Hey, and welcome. I filmed the last 5 minutes. It's only 5 minutes, but I haven't pressed on the start button on my phone. So, welcome to the Wunderwerken knitting podcast. My name is Makeba, and today I will do a podcast for you with a little bit of a Socktober special in the end. And I have some acquisitions to show you. I think we can start right into it. I've rambled a little bit about the weather before, but I think it's not necessary. I hope the light situation will be great enough or good enough, but it looks like it should. I'm wearing my framed sweater. It was the Rhinebeck sweater from last year by Andrea Mori. I can stand up for you and show you a little bit. I knitted it along in the knit along, but don't participate in the Ravelry group. I don't understand Ravelry groups or chats. It doesn't work for me, but it's okay. And I made it with some yarn by Kjellholt Utsmunderi. It's a Danish yarn, and it's the closest mill to where I live. And this is a discontinued yarn, but it was the yarn where they are only used wool from their own flock or around their mill sheeps. But the technical things are the same, like the popular Handwerksgarn. So something about 200 meters per 100 gram. But it's a very plump and thick yarn, so it's way thicker than the other ones. They're having the same meterage per 100 grams. And then I used some Cascade 220, the white one, and the speckled one is a yarn by Malabrigo, it named Rios. Yeah. And it's a very warm sweater because it's a color work all over, and there are lots of floats. So I packed it away for the last month, and this week I got it back out off my vacuum bag. I think we can start with my finished object. And the first one I have shown you last episode. Someone left a comment and asked if I can show you Agi. I will show her, but I can blind you in a picture. She is sitting in front of my car, and some friends of mine borrowed my car, and so she's on a little trip and not at my place at the moment, so I can't show you this episode. But I finished Horacio. Last time I haven't had enough stuffing, and then I found a jar of scraps, so I keep all the scraps after I've woven in my ends and I cut them off. I will put it into a jar, and I have found one full jar of scraps, so now he is fully stuffed, and I grafted I think it was with Kitchener stitch. Him together, and he's a little bit. He's not that. Oh, I think I told in the last video. He's not that stiff like the sheep, but I think it's a perfect stuffy feeling. And I'm looking forward to cast on his pants. I have the bag with I vacuum sealed all my yarn, and the bag with the fingering weight yarns I have got out of the what it's named drawer. I have something under my bed where I can put it in. Yeah, sorry for the missing words or the missing word. So I will find some scraps to make him his pants. Yeah. And then he will be ready for gifting to my friend next month. Okay. So first finished object. And the second finished object is this beauty. It isn't blocked, so you don't need to wonder. I think I've shown you, or last time? I'm not pretty sure, so I won't talk much about it. I made my own colorwork chart for a pattern. It's a pattern by Eastax, so now you can see it in all his beauty and all her beauty, and it's a gift for a friend. And now I got some cute little buttons. I hope they are big enough to close up the jacket, and I will give it next week to her, and then she will wash it and block it or let it dry at her place. Yeah, so some very wintry Let Lopi knitted jacket. Yeah, I think at least I need to knit one Icelandic sweater or jacket every year. I have to say that I much prefer to knit the sweaters and not this kind of steeking. Then I have to sew with my machine, then I have to cut it, then I have to knit the button bands, the buttonholes. When you're knitting sweaters, you're finishing up quite earlier or more recent to the feeling where you finish the knitting part. Okay. And then I will show you my socks in the end, because of the kind of Socktober special. Then I can show you my works in progress. And the first one isn't that interesting, I think, but I will show you because I casted it on in the time between the last podcast episode and now. I have got this cone. There is a store here in my city where you can buy this kind of cone yarns, and it's very splitty threads wound up together to a cone. And normally you can choose what kind of base you will have on your cone, and then you can choose the thickness or the ply. And this one was in the sale. There aren't any informations on it, so I don't know. It's 100% wool, but I don't know what kind of wool, and I don't know how thick. So I think it's a 12 ply, and I would say it's an Aran weight, but I'm not really sure. I've cast it on. Hey. Some cat. Sorry. I've cast it on some Sophie style. So I am knitting on 5mm needles, and I think I will make a Sophie hood out of it. So I cast it on for the Sophie hood. But I'm not really sure, but I needed some mindless project at this moment, and then I have knitted 2 times to get this far. And I think the fabric looks very nice, and I don't know what I should need out of this kind of cone. You can see definitely some of this here in this part. Yeah, negative effects of the splitty yarn. So I prefer to work with the much more rustic and natural yarns or spun yarns. But it's very soft and yeah, I think perfect for the kind of garter stitch, yeah, to get a little bit more of a dimension. Yeah, so we will see if this will be a project for me or some gift for a friend. Okay, so Sophie hood in the making. Okay, with this basket, and then my biggest one is my obsidian sweater by the Wheelbarrow. It's a little bit of a weird stay, but you can see it's a very big sweater, and I'm knitting it off gauge, and I'm not pretty sure if my math or my calculation I have made will work up. I will show you how it looks like. Yeah, I stopped on the body after the color work. I finished the color work, and then I started the first sleeve, and I finished the color work of my first sleeve some rounds ago, and now I'm working my sleeves. Wow, it looks so cool. So it's a very big sweater, and I think I won't knit it much longer. In the original pattern you have this much of a plain background color section. I will have it on the sleeves obviously, but if the sweater is that big, I need to crop it a little bit to have a nice fit. I don't like to have a really big oversized sweater where I don't sweaters which are too big I can't wear indoors, and I think this sweater would be very nice because I'm tending to have wide pants, and I think I love the look of leggings or tight pants with this kind of big sweaters, but I haven't any really tight pants. I have a leggings obviously to for running, but yeah, it's not of my daily outfits. When I'm seeing this in the camera, I'm very proud, and it looks nicer than I have thought, but you can see there isn't any color, and I'm a little bit anxious about the fit in the end. I prefer to have a closer neck, so not that open or wide neck, but if I am making it too tight, it will make this classic round yoke bumps. So I think I have to try. Maybe I can work some stockinette with decreases first and then a ribbed collar. Yeah, so I will knit this sleeve to end and then this sleeve, and then I think maybe the collar first and then the button section and ribbing. I think it will be only 2 rounds of stockinette and then some ribbing for the body part. Okay, so my yarn, sorry, I am working on 4.5mm needles to get knot gauge. I am using Cascade 220 in 2 different colors. It's a very dark and heathered brown and a cool tone beige. And the pattern called for DK weight yarn, and I'm using worsted weight yarn, and I bought the yarn 1 year or last Christmas. And I don't know why we choose this yarn. I'm not sure. Maybe because of the colors. So, but it's too thick, so I can't get gauge or the tighter fabric. I won't have tighter fabric than this one because it's already a little bit more of the tighter side. And so I made the calculations to knit size 4 to get the right amount of positive ease. It's the pattern calls for 25 to 35 centimeters of positive ease, so I think I'm into this range. It's okay. I'm not that much off, but I haven't measured my gauge while knitting. It's not that easy because of the increases, because it's a rounded yoke construction. Yeah, so I will get back into my frame sweater because it's a little bit too cold. And okay. Then one interesting new thing, because before we will start into the Socktober section, is my swatch of my hand spun. And now I haven't finished the spinning, but I have spun. I will get it, it's on this shelf, to show you. My birthday is in February, and I asked my grandparents for some fiber. So a lot of fiber, but not that expensive or very cheap, obviously, because it's German breed and it's a very rustic fiber. It's called Coburger Fuchsschaf. And if you can tell, it has a little bit of a rust tone or rust undertone. It's a white sheep with some reddish hairs, and there are, oh sorry, this kind of long dark red, brownish red hairs in the fiber. Yeah, and I have had some time where I was very motivated to spin up my singles, and I spun it up to get a DK weight, but I get more of a light sport weight, so 350 meters per 100 grams, 2 ply, sorry. And I swatched with it held double, and then I did a little bit of calculations, and I think if I have used the single plied, two strands plied together and then held double, or made a 4 ply out of it, I won't have enough meterage. I got 600 grams, and it's an undyed fiber, so I think it shouldn't be a problem to get more, but I'm not that motivated to get more and to spin more. So I made a 3 ply out of it. Yeah, and now I have 2 cakes. It's around about 200 grams, a little bit less. of a 3-ply, and it's a little bit lighter than DK weight, so I haven't counted the meterage of the 3-ply, so we'll have to see. And I swatched, and if it's too less in the end, I have to get some more fiber and spin it up. And I swatched on 2 different needle sizes. So here I made the pearl bumps to know that this was the 4.5mm and this was the 5mm section. And the Siri cardigan by Lindholm Samsø called for a swatch in moss stitch. And I blocked it a little bit out, and it's a little bit see-through. But I think it's nice to have a more lighter cardigan, so I will go with a 4.5mm because it looks much better, and I got gauge after blocking. So I think I can, when I finished the cardigan in the future, I can try it on and see how much I have to block it out. But it's a very rustic yarn. I thought maybe it will be a little bit softer, but it isn't. So I think it's nice to have a little bit more of a lighter project and not that heavy. Yeah, so I got a little bit of spinning done and a lot of plying, and I swatched, so now I'm a few steps nearer to start the project, but I obviously have to spin a lot more of yarn. Yeah, I have this bobbin of a single, and then I will have to do 2 more to get a 3-ply, and yeah, I think I have around about a little bit less than half of the fiber, because when this bobbin was full, it was 100 grams roundabout, and these are around about 200 grams, so less than 300 grams together, but yeah, 600 in total, or in fiber. Okay, I need to get a sip of my tea. So nothing nearer to cast on, but yeah, maybe some interesting news. Emily Curtis by Gently Chaotic Knits made a video about a whole sweater spin, and I watched it this week, and it was very nice to see the project and the fiber and everything from start to finish. So I'm looking very forward to spin some more interesting fibers, but I have to say that I don't like these colorful yarns, so I need to see. And I have some more fiber left, some little bits from Gotland, some alpaca and some Gotland sheep, and then I got 200 grams of the linen base by Woolen Twine, and this is a color changing yarn. It's not that colorful, but it's some natural, some rust color. I think this could be my next, what's the name for a cast on my spinning wheel? Is it spin on? My next spinning project. Yeah. Okay. So I think I will show you my first or 2 of my acquisitions. because they aren't sock themed. This is a skein of Cascade 220. It's a lot of Cascade 220 in the last projects, and that's interesting because I think it's not that, it's a little bit too soft, so it gets a little bit of pilling, but it has very nice color ranges, and it's very affordable, and it's very soft. So for a lot of gift knittings, I grab this kind of yarn. My grandmother asked me to knit her, no, she doesn't ask, but it's another topic, but she would like to have a knitted hat, and I made my mother a grow hat by Fiber Tales. I will blend you in a picture. And I made it out of Cascade 220, and I used less than one skein. So I asked my grandmother for her preferred color, and yeah, I got this one. So I need to cast this one on, but I have to finish my obsidian first, because I'm using my 4.5mm needles, and I don't think I will change the needles to the projects, so she has to wait. It's okay, I will knit it for her, so she has to be patient and has to wait. It's a very nice color because there's a little bit of a reddish undertone in this yarn. Yeah, so Cascade 220. I can show you the colorway if you're interested, but I have heard that it's not that easy to get in Europe, so my local yarn store yeah, has it, but if you are out of Germany, it's very pricey to ship it. Okay, and another acquisition, a package. I tried to free all the personal information from the shop and from myself, but maybe you can tell I get some posts from Lorna, from Fiber Valley Art, and from, what's her there's another handle from her, no, but I think you know. Now I'm seeing her YouTube knitting and sewing related channel named Thread and Yarn, and I bought some of her, so she's a knitter and a natural yarn dyer, and she has also some sewing designs and some knitting designs published. Very nice videos, and she also talks a lot about her interest of gardening and botanical dye and herb garden. But she also is an illustrator, and I got last year the yearly calendar, so you have every month a very nice picture, and then yeah, every day in the month. And I thought I will use this for the next year again, but then she released something new, and then I got the new thing I will show you, and the calendar for the next year. So very nice. This is her card of Thread and Yarn, and here you also can see that there's some naturally dyed yarn, and also the workshops and retreats. There is a she's organizing some retreats, and I would love to participate in this kind of workshops or retreats, but it's very expensive, and I think it's worth the money, but I don't have it, and it's in the UK, so for me it would be a very big trip, but maybe if she's doing it the next, I don't think I will have the money for it when I have to change my job or something like this, but maybe someday in the future. Okay, and then last year I got some of her gift cards too. They're so cute, so nice illustrations. Yeah, a little note to me, and this is her Fiber Valley art card or information. And then, have I shown you? Yeah. I will make a pause to get over the noises. First, I've told you this is the calendar of the next year, and I will show you this one, but I won't show you every month. I am sharing each month on my Instagram in a story, so if you're interested, have a look on her website. It's very, very nice and very, very cute, and I think it's not that expensive. Shipping is obviously a bigger part from the UK to Germany or to the EU. Yeah, and the construction is that there is a hole, and so you can hang it like this onto the wall. And the reason why I purchased both of them is a notebook. And I voted for this design for the front side. So some kind of project book, your cozy book of projects, a place to jot down notes, sketch and file with lovely ideas. Oh, how cute! There is another illustration in it. So I think they are the same like in the calendar. And this isn't hardcover, this is I don't know, soft cover. And then on this side you can write your name, and the rest of the book is free. I think I will use it for something else because I have a big project book, and I like to have it all in one book and not all over the place, but I am looking forward to take some personal notes into this beauty of notebook. Okay, so I think it's a little bit more of a shorter update. Yeah, this time. Obviously there will be a little bit more because now we will get into the Socktober section. If you aren't interested in sock knitting, then yeah, goodbye, and we will see each other in the next video. But if you are interested, feel free to watch the next minutes. Socktober, you all know the idea. So in October it's the perfect time to knit up socks, and there are some charity ideas about it. There are some things you can buy because it's Socktober, but for me it's only a motivation thing to knit up some socks, and it's perfect because it matches the weather and yeah, autumn vibe here where I live. So I will show you my finished socks. Oh, how cool, how cute. There is one more I haven't blocked, and this is not on this pile, but I will add it. And about a few of these pairs or of these socks I have talked in my, or most of them in my last episode, so I won't deep dive into it, but I thought I could show you these nice pile. First finished object are these very cute stretchy baby socks. Oh no! Sorry, the pile was too high. Okay, so stretchy baby socks, free pattern on Ravelry. I made these before and I've shown you in the last video. These are 2x2 and these are broken rib stitch. So, and I made a little bit of a rolled edge. I thought it is a cute detail. It might, or it could have been a little bit longer or a few more rows to roll over. Yeah, so out of some scrap yarn, this was a Schoppelwolle Feuerrot, and I made my Linnea socks out of it, and yeah, I have some left. I could make more and more of these cute pairs. They don't need that much of a yarn. So cute baby socks for October. And these both pairs I have shown you last video. Prato socks by In Her Skein and scrappy pressed flower socks. So now the sun is out now. By Amy Christophers. The first one of the tuber socks. Okay, maybe I could rearrange the camera setting. Yeah, maybe it's better. Yeah, here is it, the sun. Tuber socks by Ronja Racaleto. And I finished both. So my goal for October was to finish these beauties. The main color, the red one, or the dark red one, is a discontinued yarn by Kremke Solwool. It named Lazy Linen. It's a wool and linen mix. And the rest are some scraps, some drops Flora, 2 different colors of Mondim, and some no-name fingering weight yarn. And I'm very happy because yeah, this dark purple I used all up here in this last 2 rounds. I need to use another purple yarn I have had, or I'm having in my stash. Yeah, so I think I can say it's a very successful October. Obviously I could have knit more socks, but then I have had to stop knitting on my main big sweater projects. So I think I got some sock knitting done, but also not only socks. But yesterday I casted off a sock I have told you lots about it, because in my knitting plans it was the last month is every time I showed you the yarn. Oh, how lovely in the sun. This is a free pattern. I forgot her name. It's something Borrego. And the sock pattern named Calante socks, or Calante. and it's a cable sock, but it's always made with twisted stitches, so you don't need a cable needle or a cable thing. And you have this main section in the front, and then these, and in the back you have stockinette. And I made a slip stitch, alternating slip stitch heel to get a little bit more of a structure in the heel section. Yeah, it's not blocked, and I haven't cast on the second one, but I finished this one yesterday. I made a longer cuff because I think these are perfect autumn socks, and it would be nice to have this one peeking out of boots. I'm not wearing boots very often, so my hiking shoes or my sneakers, but also my sneakers, they will be very cute, and in my Birkenstocks, so for indoors. And I love this shade of Mondim yarn. It's new, but since it's new, it's in my local yarn store out of stock. So yeah, I knitted it on 3mm needles, and made the heel and the toe on 2.5mm needles. I have to start over 2 times. First time I made the color work all over, so it's only on one part of the sock, and in the back it's stockinette. And after I have read the pattern again, I read that it mentioned to be only on the front part of the sock. And then I checked also I will lend you in some pictures, the pattern, and it looks very wonky. And then I realized that I twisted one of the kind of twist stitches wrong. So I needed to start over 2 times, but the ribbing could be the same, or is the same, and it was much faster when I have the stockinette in the back, and I think it looks more of a stunning front piece of cables. So and then I have another, it's not that much to show you, but sock project. I don't know why I cast this on. Because I needed some mindless knitting, and it was only the ribbing was mindless. I have an old magazine, a German one, with a sock pattern, but the sock pattern isn't printed into it. There is missing the chart, but I have had a look on Ravelry, and there you can find a free download from of this pattern. So I think it's named Raga socks, and it's a cabled sport weight sock. So you can see that I have started the cabling, maybe in the dark. And then you have this kind of changing columns of knit stitches. Yeah, and I'm using a sock yarn, is the yarn where I made the donkey out of, 6-ply. I got from a friend who got the yarn from her grandmother when she died. Yeah, so we will see. Maybe I can finish in the next 2 days this sock, so we can count in total 1 more sock finished in October. yeah, we will see. It's a 6-ply yarn, so it's way faster. I think the cast on number was 52 stitches. Normally I am using 64. Yeah, and then my last sock themed acquisition are these two beauties of sock yarn. The dark green one is Cascade Heritage. It's a sock yarn by Cascade with nylon and wool. It's so soft. I don't think I've used that soft sock yarn. But it's also affordable, and they have had some nicer colors than the Schoppelwolle sock yarn I am normally using for basic fingering weight sock yarn. And I got this Zauberball for another pair of pressed flower socks. I will make this ones for my partner for a gift knit, and he loves the contrasting lilac-y purple and dark green. Oh, yeah, I will cast these on next when I have finished the Calante and the Raga socks. Yeah, okay. And then I have had the idea to finish up with a little bit of inspiration, and I will make some voiceover scrolling to my Pinterest board of sock patterns. Yeah, we will see each other in the next video, and I hope you have had a nice time with me, catching up again. And oh, this is my phone, so perfect timing to say goodbye. Okay, the voiceover while scrolling wasn't that easy, so next time it will be better. So I try voiceover while editing, and there you can see my board about sock knitting patterns. Obviously some rust, orange, red, autumnal cabled socks. In the beginning, something like the Calanthe socks I've talked in the podcast before. So I will try to find if there are patterns below or behind the pictures when you asked in the comments. So some of the patterns, some of the pins on Pinterest don't have patterns behind it. So Pinterest, it's not like Ravelry or Instagram where you can easily find the designer or people behind the pictures. I don't know, I thought in a second I will start. Some nice cable socks. These haven't had a pattern, I searched for it already, but very nice, with these bumps. Like the traditional honeycomb but on socks, also very nice on this green. And then I saved this quilty socks, and I love the detail of the Latvian braids, so this diagonal lines on a sock pattern. It really caught my eye in the last weeks. Same on this pattern. Here is it with a few rows of purling to get this kind of rose some classic ruffle socks with a pattern all over. We will see later on a nice ruffle socks I will do. Some color work motif or motifs. I am really into color work. These are a little bit too, or there are too many colors for my preference. So when I will use this chart, I will go for 2 or 3 colors. Next on the it looks like a designer sock. I don't know how this checkered design is called. And a classic by Stone Knits, the goose socks or geese socks. And I prefer this kind of color combo, so the dark mossy green with a white geese on it. Very cute, very cute. Okay, I need to talk about it because it's a voiceover. There are some. These ones I've seen at Laura Penrose's videos last year, I think on Vlogmas. Mismatching socks, love it. And these one caught my eye because of the color theme. I thought about Hannah and Bonnet. It looks like her color choice, and I prefer the color details and the structured sock all over. Yeah, some traditional Icelandic color motif for a cuff, color work cuff. And this one I called the Olga socks. So some classic stripy socks, but I never made stripy socks, and maybe I have enough of the Mondim from the Calanthe left to do some stripy socks. I am not really sure because I made a longer cuff on the Calanthe socks, so I have to weigh the yarn when I finished both of them to see if there is enough left. There are the chicken socks by Stone Knits. I don't know if they are called chicken socks, but very fun, very cute. Some coffee and teapot themed charts. A little bit funny. I love the teapot. It looks so cute. Oh, it's the same heel construction. I saved these ones because I thought it would be very fun to make some dinosaur socks for my partner or my sister. They both loving dinosaurs. I don't like this chart. It looks a little bit wonky, but I think I'm able to do my own for the future. And then the next one is the flower socks. I don't know. There is a Bloomster socken. I haven't checked if there is a pattern, but I would like to try this heel construction. I think it's a 4-toe up sock, and I am never knitting socks toe up. I'm always knitting cuff down, but maybe it's worth a try. I also like the very floral color theme, and again a mismatching sock, so the bright red and the light blue, very nice. I think, Oh, these are the ruffle socks I told you before. It's also very nice with a kind of mohair style ruffles, and I love that it looks like 2 different socks. Some flower socks, I think they are also by Stone Knits. So I made the pressed flower socks, but these aren't with mosaic. These are only colorwork socks, so a little bit more of a standalone pattern. And then I saved some charts. The flower ones are too big for socks. I tried it before. So more of a big flower motif. Again, some chicken socks, very cute, only on the cuff. It's not my green, but and some flower ones by Marie-Eve. There is a Fiorellini or something like this. So very cute. And the lavender socks, I love this lavender pattern, but if I will make these ones, I only will make the lavender chart on the cuff and then maybe contrasting cuff and toe, heel and toe. Yeah, it's a little bit too much. Oh, also very cute. I really need some pink color changing yarns for this flowery motifs. And this caught my eye because of the special only in the back colorwork motif. I think it's duplicate stitching on this one, so kind of another style. There's also a sock pattern by Marie-Eve where the colorwork is only in front of the socks. Very cute too. The same like these socks where the colorwork is only on the heel flap. Very fun. Yeah. And then now we have some more chicken socks with some different kinds of chickens. I'm not that much into lace socks at the moment, so maybe it's the weather or the autumnal. Maybe in the spring it will be again back on lace socks. Here are the pressed flower socks. Oh no, first some cable socks and then the pressed flower socks I made before. Again, mismatching, love it, by Teddy Lothsack. She designs very nice colorworks. Yeah, and then if you are participating or would like to participate in the Fish Girl Fall make-along by Casey, some cute fish socks or fish patterned socks. So funny. Yeah. Ooh. And yeah, again, some cabling, also like the color theme about this green and this kind of orange. Yeah, some sheepy socks, also so cute. That doesn't work because there's a video. And if you're looking for this kind of leafy motif sock, there is a free pattern. I've made it before on Ravelry for a leafy motif socks, and I could recommend it to you if you would like to try it. It's a lace motif, so only knit two together and yarn overs. And if you were able to read German patterns, before I started my Instagram and my YouTube, all my socks I've made, or most of my socks, are made with this free pattern. It's a cabled socks, and I made it out of 6-ply and out of 4-ply sock yarns. And it looks very nice and was very fun to knit. Yeah, and it's a free pattern too. I don't know if it's on Ravelry, but on their website. Yeah, I think this is all. And I hope you enjoyed to scroll with me through my Pinterest page or board and got some inspirations. It's a different kind because yeah, it's not like the Ravelry hot right now or something like this, but yeah, very fun. See you next time. Bye bye.